Thank you very much, Taya, for that introduction. I will go ahead and tell you a little bit about the program. And I'm here, so is Dr. Vida Groznik, who's our core coordinator for the program. And so if you have questions, either one of us can respond to those. So a little bit about data science and the jobs that you might find after your career. There's this report on what the job landscape is going to look like in 2022, so next year already. And the top 10 emerging jobs from that report include a lot of different options for data scientists, the top one being data analysts and scientists. But through our program, you can also pursue a career in AI and machine learning, the second option on there. Software and application developers and analysts is also something that can come from a data scientist position. Big data specialists, digital transformation specialists, information technology services, new technology specialists, all these different careers are something that could potentially be developed from a data science background. And so there's a lot of opportunity for people with data science degrees entering the job market. And that is a trend that looks to be growing, and there'll be a lot of development in these areas as new careers are built around these emerging technologies. So what is data science from our perspective? We look at data science as a combination of mathematics and computer science with some special domain knowledge. So the mathematics that you use in data science are quite varied. The basics come from probability, discrete mathematics, and statistics, but there's a lot of other mathematics that can go into the application of data science. Computer science is the other half of this equation, where algorithms and databases and artificial intelligence and high performance computing and parallelization, all of these things are coming into play in the data science field. And then what makes data science special is that typically the data scientist has some particular knowledge in a special field of interest to them, their domain knowledge. And this can be a wide variety of fields, ranging from the academic to the applied. And so there's a lot of opportunity to apply these data science skills in a variety of different fields. So data scientists can do a variety of different jobs, starting with things like data collection and data management, pipeline development for how that data goes through the process of collection management analysis, data wrangling and visualization, data communication. So here we can look at analysis, machine learning, and statistics as well. Tool development. So as these pipelines continue to evolve and there needs to be new tools developed to help that process along, those can be developed by the data scientists as well. And you can think of these as, say, extensions to programming environments like R or Python. And that can be a big addition from data scientists to the field as well. Algorithm development is another important process, as there are new methods being explored and created all the time. And then data scientists also do science and policy and work in social good as well. So you can be a data scientist and remain a researcher in academia, or you can go into industry. You can perform science in industry as well. You can be involved in informing how policy is made or developing policy yourself. And also in acts of social good. So working, for example, for nonprofit organizations that are supporting communities and development and trying to create a more fair and balanced society. Some examples of fields or jobs that you might have in the high-tech sector. One potential job might be working on image analysis for quality control. This is applied in the pharmaceutical industry quite frequently. So as pills are coming across the conveyor belt after they've been developed, there can be video or photos taken of them, and those photos are then analyzed, and we can accept or reject the quality of the pills based on that. predicting gene functions and genetics, understanding drug interactions, a very complex thing, and how drugs interact with other drugs in the human body. Um, can work to enhance the design of accuracy in aerospace, raising safety standards. You can apply data science in automotive engineering for design, predicting wear, managing fuel consumption for improvements there. In other fields, maybe in the mid to low tech industry, you might see the use of chemometric signatures to verify chain of custody and things like wood processing, which is becoming more and more important to ensure that the wood that's used in construction and other processes is legally obtained and of high quality. Quality control using spectroscopy, again, something like near infrared spectroscopy. Um, Embedding sensors in buildings and managing the data that's collected and analyzing that data to optimize energy consumption, to monitor the performance of the building and do predictive maintenance, and also optimizing manufacturing processes to improve the efficiency in terms of materials and energy and time needed to produce products, whether it's furniture or cars or computers. You can also apply data science in business informatics and decision making, fraud detection in banking, doing predictive purchasing or processing, setting prices and managing profitability based on customer relationships, providing personalized experiences for customers. For example, working for Netflix and developing a recommendation engine that provides good suggestions for what to watch next could fall into that category. Identifying opportunities for investment in business or for new market development, and creating data analysis pipelines so that you take information from the business and then use that to create decision-making information for management. And of course, science and research as well. There's a lot of development ongoing with data scientists, and that data scientists can apply their work to. And some of these things might be developing methods for chemometric data processing big data using analytics of big data and methods in various fields, working on fog and edge data collection and processing, looking at prediction of health states with worn or remote sensors. This is particularly relevant in aging and in other vulnerable groups. And working on privacy and security solutions to responsibly and adequately manage personal data. And of course, the ethical data collection and processing is an area that's in ongoing development as well. At FAMNIT, we place an emphasis on fundamentals in both mathematics and computer science. This, I think, provides a very strong foundation for our students to apply their skills and their knowledge in a variety of different fields. So at UP, we don't train you for one particular career path, but we give you the tools that you can use your skills in a variety of different domains. And we've based our curriculum on recommendations from the European Mathematical Society. This ensures that your degree and skills are transferable to other universities if you go on for a PhD, for example, or applying for jobs in other places. You know that that curriculum is based on a recommendation from a strong international organization. And there's a few things that set us apart as well. I mean, there's a lot, I think, but just a few examples here. We have made data science ethics part of the core curriculum. So we actually have a class specifically on what it means to be an ethical data scientist, what ethics mean in the context of data science, and how that is a very evolving field. And there are a lot of evolving challenges there. And we also require students to participate in internships with industry or academia if they choose. And this gives students basically a chance to see what type of careers might be of interest to them and to get a chance to work with potential employers while they're still students as well. So a little bit about our curriculum. So year one, semester one, when you join us, the first thing you will take is a mathematical practicum, which introduces a variety of areas of mathematics, a statistics course, We have data practicum 1. So this is basically your main introductory course to working with data and managing it in R and RStudio. There's a course on data engineering and distributed information systems, so how to manage and design data systems that are not centrally located, but where that data is spread out over a variety of different places. And then information visualization. This course happens every second year. So actually, I think next year you wouldn't have this course until year 2, but it is generally available for first semester students. And then you also have Data Science Seminar 1. This is where you're exposed to a variety of research and tools and experiences of other data scientists and computer scientists and mathematicians from industry and academia. In year 1, semester 2, data science ethics. So this is the ethics course that I was mentioning before. You have the intelligent systems course. You start working with databases for big data as well, learning how to collect and manage that quantity of data. We have a discrete mathematics course that is required as well. Here you have an opportunity for an elective, and you also take Data Science Seminar 2. During Seminar 2, you actually conduct a project and then present your work as part of the seminar. In year 2, we have a course on data mining. We have data practicum 2. So this is where you are introduced to data science with Python. You will also have the opportunity to do your internship during this semester and time for electives. In semester 2, you take numerical mathematics and you can begin your work on your master's thesis. And we have a variety of electives, including graph algorithms, collection and integration of sensor data, security, adaptive interactive systems, and computational social science. I see there's a question here, which I will just address now since we're talking about internships, about how do we find internships. You have the option to look for them yourselves, and you can also receive help from the university and the faculty members. We have some relationships with some local companies and some other companies within Slovenia and even abroad, where we might be able to place you for a few weeks, depending, of course, on the pandemic situation, if it's easy to travel somewhere, or if you can go to an office here. This time, our students were largely able to work remotely or in local firms. It can be complicated to find them, but we can certainly help you, and based on your interest, we usually can find something that is helpful to you. So some more info about how to sign up. There are a couple contacts that are important. The general contact for FAMNIT, the faculty, is here, and also if you need to contact a referent about the application process, you can do that. You can email myself or Vida or both of us. I'm limited to English. Vida is, of course, fluent in both English and Slovene. We have some enrollment deadlines here. These were mentioned by Taya earlier. However, if you need to refer to them, you can find them here or on these links that are in the presentation as well. So with that, thank you for coming. If you have questions now about the program for either myself or Vida, we're very happy to answer them for you. If you have some questions about the student experience, we have our second year student, Lisi, here, who is now working on his thesis and will be one of our first graduates, which is very exciting. Or Vida, if you have any comments that you would like to add, or Lisi, if there's anything in particular that you would like to add, please feel free.
There were some questions regarding the internship requirements in the chat. So yes, like Mike said, we have internship in second year. If you can, of course, do it before, right? We don't limit you. You have to do it only in second year. You can do it before, but you need to do all the formal, so paperwork and so on, so that we can say, yes, you did this, okay? And of course, if you have any questions or you would like us to help you with finding appropriate internship, we're available for that as well.
And on that note, I just would like to say that here for 2 years, I've been part of 3 internships. So I would say that they are not so hard to find, especially with the help of FAMNIT staff. So you don't need to be worried about this internship.
Hello. I'd like to ask if next year the course will be available for both online and at the faculty, or is online not going to be an option?
To be honest, I don't know the answer to that question. Vida, have you heard anything about that?
So officially, we cannot say that it's going to be online. Probably Taya will have more information on that.
Actually, no one has information on that.
Yeah.
Neither our government.
Because the study program was formulated to be in class version. So we basically need to do it in class if we're not required by the government to do it online like we were this year and last year in the second semester. If some professors will decide on their own to have it like in a hybrid version, that's totally up to them, I think. But the exams should be in class anyway.
Yeah.
If the situation permits.
And Vladimir, you had another question here about, are the exams from mathematics done on paper or via computer? That is essentially up to the professors who are teaching those courses. And I think they are mostly done on paper. However, that, we've gone through this change this year where we've had to make some adaptations. And so how that's going to be done next year is probably a little bit up in the air, and will depend on the teachers' experiences in the past. But I would expect that for the most part, they will be in person on paper.
Yeah, I can confirm this.
Yep.
Maybe any other questions for Lisi? Since he's a student, he can help you with answering all your dilemmas. So yeah, maybe can we hear about the student experience?
So at first, these 2 years went by really fast. So I think it's because the English here. And I have learned a lot of new things, either from computer science or from mathematics professors. And it was really enjoyable also meeting with the professors for extra hours, because all of them allow you to meet with them in person also after lectures, or they can respond to your emails, I would say very quickly, within a day. So it's they are very helpful. If you want to achieve something, then they can push you towards that. And also, if you like to do research, they are very open to collaborate with you. I had my fair share of professors that I have collaborated with, and I expect that if you are interested, then they can help you also. But also, as I mentioned, for internships, not just academia, but also for the industry, you can ask them maybe for guidance, and they will help you to go through the other path. Is there something else that you would like to know?
There's a question here from Alexa about the prospect for jobs. As you noted, it is a new program, and for us, we will have our first round of graduates this year. To my knowledge, those that will be graduating this year, 2 are on their way to PhD programs, and I think 1 is on their way to an industry job. And then the other students that were in the first year program are taking extra time to finish their thesis, and I think have jobs ongoing at the time. Lisi, maybe you can say something about your experience and looking for what to do afterwards.
So I would say that since you are studying data science, then you will have the best of both of them. So not just concentrate only in mathematics or in computer science, but yeah, for example, I'm most probably for now going towards a PhD, but that said, I can also change my mind and go to an industry because I'm well prepared also for working in industry. And my bachelor's was mathematics, so I think I made the right choice to continue with data science and not stay in mathematics, because here you have, for example, more applied knowledge and not just theoretical knowledge. So that's maybe what differs these two. Yeah, and there you have a link for jobs, I think.
Sorry, I just pasted in chat. So this is the link to open jobs in Slovenia in data science. So if you just scroll through them, you see there's a lot of vacancies, and these are just like from bigger companies. But all the smaller companies that are on working in IT, they all are searching for data scientists, basically all of them. So you shouldn't have any problems in getting a job. And also we were informed that more than half of the students in the first year of study this year already have jobs as data scientists. So there shouldn't be much problem there. Is there a link to study materials? So the study materials are published on eClassroom for each of the subjects. If you're a student of FAMNIT, then you can just log in to eClassroom, go under data science, and you can enroll in each of the subjects and see what are the materials like. We don't have them published for like openly published. Yeah, it's Moodle.
I just found a link. There's a link here in the chat for the courses and a short description of the courses, but yeah, maybe that helps.
Yeah, you beat me to that by a few seconds, Lisi. So this is how our students are. They're faster than the professors for sure. Are there any other questions, concerns, thoughts? Concerns. Okay, what sort of concerns do you have?
Maybe they can. Okay. Maybe Lisi can answer this question.
Yeah, so nice one. If may I ask you, do you have can you travel without a visa within Europe? Okay, so then if you come here and wait here for months, then it's not a problem, because you will be in Slovenia following lectures. But yeah, it takes some time. It takes maybe 3 or 4 months to get the visa. But since you can come here and be part of the lectures, then I think that's not a real issue for you. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, I went through this process almost 8 years ago, and it did take some time for me. I wasn't applying as a student, I was applying as a worker. I think the process is much easier as a student. So there's good support for that from the university as well. We're quite used to dealing with students and professors coming from abroad. So it's a process that you can get a lot of support in from the staff at the faculty.
And if you come and apply earlier, not leave it for September, then you have better chances to get her. So maybe within 1 month or 1.5 months. But just do not leave it for September.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If that is something you're concerned about, early application will help.
I am not sure. I think you can move if you're within 30 or 60 days. So if you arrive here and stay 60 days, then you're not allowed to leave. But if you leave within 60 days, I think you can. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I think it's like that, that when you apply for this visa, from the day that you apply to the day that you actually receive this, in this period, you can't leave. But if you come here and like for 14 days, you don't apply for the visa, you can leave.
well, I think I've had friends who also left and came, so I don't know. Maybe they didn't check it in the borders, but it happened.
Probably. The problem is that in the past, we got a lot of applications for visa, for student visa from all over the world, basically a lot from Africa and Asia. And so the students came here, applied for visa, and then they just left. So we lost all the traces where they are. So they now enforce this, that you shouldn't leave the country until you get the visa, because then all the procedures were somewhat weird. And the second problem was also that once they got visa, they got visa for basically European Union, right? So they could just go anywhere they liked, although they got visa for studying in Slovenia, but they didn't. So then Slovenia had problems, like international problems, with allowing people to giving visa to people who were unreliable and so on and so forth. So yeah, majority of countries are now enforcing that, not only Slovenia. So it's even worse in US as far as I know. So I have a friend who's waiting there for more than a year now. So first visa expired, applied for a new one, still didn't got it, so she cannot come to Slovenia. Otherwise, they stop the procedures.
Yeah, it's complicated, and it's definitely worth talking, as you say, to your embassy, and then getting in touch with the referat, who might be able to provide some quick answers from our side as well.
Yeah. Where are you from? Okay. So we have a lot of students that come from your country, so this shouldn't be so big of a problem, I guess. So.
And there are some from data science also, so maybe
yeah,
you can find their contact maybe in the web page. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you want to email me directly, then I can put you in touch with one of the students from Serbia, and they can share their experiences with you.